This is the story of Michael Hernandez. Born and raised in South Florida, Michael was known as the smart, quiet kid with a hint of OCD. He kept his bedroom spotless, shirts color coordinated, socks lined up a certain way. He played youth baseball in his spare time, but by the time he hit eighth grade, something shifted. And it was a dark shift. He entered Southwood Middle School as an honor student in a gifted program. He made two close friends, Andre Martin and Jamie Goff, also known as Jaime Golf, but his friends called him Jamie, so we're going to call him Jamie. Jamie was also born in Florida. His parents were immigrants who ran a strict but loving household. He was small for his age, very polite, straight A student. Music was his talent, playing the violin for the school's orchestra. He was also in the gifted magnet program, which is where he met Michael. Now, Michael and Andre go way back, first meeting in the third grade at Perrine Baptist Academy, then attending Robert Morgan Educational Center, and ultimately Southwood Middle School. All the boys were 13 years old, and from the outside looking in, they looked like your regular friend trio. They will hang out daily, they will eat lunch together, they will walk to class together, or just meet up in the hallways to talk. But at home, Michael was acting different. He wasn't really interacting with his parents like he normally did. When he came home from school, he would go straight to his room without talking to anybody. But what had his attention these days? Well, Michael grew an infatuation with serial killers, idolizing killers like Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer. He would not only research this stuff on his home computer, but also on the computers at school. He would print out instructions at school on how to make pipe bombs and detonators. He also told his two friends how it would be cool to be a serial killer, and they're laughing it off, not taking him seriously at all. Around January of '04, he started writing in a journal. On one page, he writes, "White Power," with complex ideas about starting a cult to execute a mass kidnapping. He used up 43 pages detailing his plans to cleanse the planet through mass murder. He even started a hit list, including his own sister and his two best friends, Andre and Jamie. He wanted to begin his cleanse on his 14th birthday, which is February 2nd. So the night before, he wrote a journal entry titled Planning, where he's describing how he wants to kill his two best friends. He wrote how he wanted to kill Andre first and Jamie second in two different school restrooms. He also wrote how he wanted to prop their bodies up to make it look like a cover up. And at the end of that page, he wrote, "Will be a serial killer." The morning of February 2nd, on his birthday, he put his plan into action. In his secret compartment of his book bag that he had made, he had rubber gloves, a hat, a jacket, and a gravity knife. He also had tape as well, but he seen Andre in the hallway and lured him into the bathroom. Now, once they were in the bathroom, he told Andre that he had a surprise for him and Jamie, but he had to get the surprise first. And Andre was feeling off about the whole interaction. He kept asking Andre to go to the last stall with him, which was the handicap stall, the bigger stall. And Andre is like, "Why do I have to get the surprise first? Why can't Jamie get the surprise first?" And Michael was like, "Because I need you to get the surprise first." And Andre was feeling off about the whole thing. And he said, "Nah, I'm not going into the last stall. We can do this tomorrow or something." And Michael was like, "Well, are you going to cooperate tomorrow?" And Andre was like, "Yeah, we can do this tomorrow." Now this threw a curveball in his plans because he was adamant about Andre going first. So Michael just said, "Fuck it. I'ma just wait till tomorrow." The next day come around, February 3rd. Michael still has his backpack with his knife, his hat, his gloves, his jacket, the tape, and he's waiting for Andre. And he's waiting and waiting. But Andre did not show up that day, or he was late. I've seen two different articles that he was late or that he did not show up. Either way, Andre was not there. So he said, "Fuck it, I'm not waiting another day." So he went to find Jamie. And when he found Jamie, he lured him into the second floor bathroom. Once they were in the bathroom, he got Jamie into the last stall, which was the bigger stall, the handicap stall. And he told him that he had a surprise for him. Michael told Jamie to turn around. And when he turned around, Michael started putting on his gloves. He then covered Jamie's eyes while he pulled out his knife. Now, he poked Jamie, and when Jamie felt the knife, he said, "Please don't kill me." And Michael said, "I won't if you cooperate. Michael immediately started stabbing him after that, 40 times to be exact, ending it with slitting his throat. He then flushed his gloves down the toilet, cleaned himself up, stuffed his knife back into his secret compartment in his book bag, and walked to his class like nothing even happened. When Michael walked into his class, he didn't know that he had blood on his shirt, but the teacher sees the blood on his shirt and asked him about it. And he said, I just had a severe nosebleed. So she kind of just brushed it off. But 5 to 10 minutes after she had asked that, the school is being locked down because a student went into that bathroom and found Jamie's body. Police are there in minutes and they started questioning some of the students. And a student told the police that they seen Michael come out of the bathroom right before the bell had rang. And the teacher is like, well, he do got blood on his shirt. Come on down to the office and let us talk to you. As they're questioning him, they're going through his book bag. But remember, I said he had a secret compartment where he had cut and made himself. So initially, they didn't see nothing until they dug a little deeper and they found that knife with the gloves. He had a pack of rubber gloves, tape, and it all still had Jamie's blood on it. He was taken in for further questioning and charged with first-degree murder. And during this interrogation, Michael showed no remorse. He said he wanted to do Andre first because that's how he had planned it. He knew Jamie would be easy to do. He said he did not feel bad about anything that happened this day. He knew it was wrong, but he does not feel bad about it. He pled not guilty by reason of insanity, and his trial started in September of 2008. But that journal, you planned this. This was premeditated. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. But 12 years later, he was up for resentencing because mandatory life without parole to a juvenile violated the Eighth Amendment's ban on cruelty and unusual punishment. And this resentencing was hilarious because he could not come up with a tear for nothing. The lawyer was on his ass, pulled his jail phone calls when he was talking to his girlfriend. He was talking shit about the judge. He was talking to his girlfriend saying that he need to work on his cry. And his girlfriend was just laughing and going along with him. Bitch, who are you? Because you need to be in jail with him. And they played all of this in court. He had not changed one bit. Steady talking about serial killers, talking about how he would have did this, how he would have did that if he was still out. He actually said, oh yeah, that was going to be my signature, cutting off their right eye. The judge said, don't worry about it. We're going to continue to let your ass rot in this prison. This situation made Andre Martin become a police officer. It wasn't a lot on his life at the time because they were protecting his identity because he was only 13, 14 at the time. And he did commend them on that. He said they did a good job protecting him. But he is married with a child. And he still talks about this situation. It's a lot of interviews of him on YouTube. But he looked like he's doing good. As for you, on April 29th, 2021, Michael collapsed in a Florida prison in front of everybody due to a heart condition, dead at the age of 31. R.I.P. Jamie Goff.